fact, before we get too much later, the missus did have a question for this week that I did want to go ahead and ask everybody. Because I'm curious, and this kind of goes along with what we've just been talking about here for the last few minutes. Have any of you ever played one of Scopely's other games? And they've had a few. And, what were your thoughts on it? And if what did you like about it? What did you not like about it? And the follow-up question to that would be, based on your experiences with Star Trek Fleet Command, how likely are you to try playing another Scopely game? And for those of you who are curious what other games they have, according to their website, they have Monopoly Go, Stumble Guys, Yahtzee with Friends, Star Trek Fleet Command, Marvel Strike Force is the one I've heard quite a lot about, WWE Champions, which certainly piques my interest as a wrestling fan. You've got Scrabble Go, Bingo Bash, Tiki Solitaire Tri-Peaks, GSN Casino, The Walking Dead Road to Survival, Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, Dice with Buddies. So now you got a hot dice game going, which is kind of the same as Yahtzee, but maybe in different ways. And I think that's all they're currently advertising for. A lot of people are saying, no, this is the first game that they have played with Scopely. Some people are saying, no, I wouldn't play another game of theirs after this experience. Voltron says his wife plays Monopoly. Packs popular too frequently for your taste, so you have to buy packs in Monopoly? You can't just build houses and hotels, you got to buy each of them with real cash? It's like I'm trying to figure out how you monetize Monopoly, but get out of jail free card. Like, no. You want to get out of jail, it'll cost you $50 for real. Damn, I'll just post my own bail. I don't need to post bail in a video game. TC wonders, why would I ever play another game after your experience with this strangely addicting one? Well, yeah, that's fair. Corey was going to play Monopoly Go, but then you saw the Scopely logo and went, nope, not doing it. Okay. Barkman says that after playing this one, never. Literally the worst game developer I have ever experienced. For the first 4 years, they did a good job keeping the game playable for free to play, and that seems to no longer be the case. Okay. Fair, valid point of view for sure. Voltron says that Monopoly doesn't crash. Well, that's a positive. I wonder how many people are playing Monopoly Go, but perhaps they've devoted some additional resources over there, which is why Fleet Command maybe seems to be having more struggles lately, because more of their server space is tied up with Monopoly Go now or something. I don't know, just speculating. Lightning Hawk tried Marvel Strike Force, but this game is better. Yeah, Rooster used to play Marvel Strike Force. He would talk a lot about it, that he was skeptical to get into Fleet Command because of how Marvel Strike Force ran, because it was a lot more like pay to progress, not even like just pay to play, than this game is, or at least how this game was. When he came over here, he was like, okay, good, I can actually make some progress spending a lot less money. I like this better than Marvel Strike Force. Now they've kind of turned that up a little bit, where now it's, spend, 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 spend a lot more often. That was the knock I heard from several people, not just him, about Marvel Strike Force. It was very much if you're not spending money, don't even bother playing, because it's not even, you can't even compete, and it's not even fun. Nuts, you'll play The Walking Dead game? Okay. Let it, we would love to know how it goes for you. You get extra dice rolls. Interesting. Nick thinks that they've turned the mobile game to more of a PC game, and now it barely functions on mobile. See, I don't have any issues on my Android phone playing the game. It runs fine on my Android phone. iPad, for the most part, runs okay. BlueStacks does not like it at all anymore. Since the last couple updates, really doesn't like it. Crashes pretty regularly, pretty consistently. Maybe it's just too big now. There's too much going on for BlueStacks to keep up with, or for my computer to keep up with running BlueStacks. The other thing, of course, with the mobile is this nonsense didn't get fixed. I don't know what changed, but yes, you notice that it's a 2x2. So if I want to find something, I gotta scroll through a whole lot of stuff to get down here to the bottom, which is really annoying. This happened when this month launched, and it hasn't been fixed yet. According to Ripper, Monopoly Go makes way more money. It might have less upkeep. It might have more. I don't know what the values are. Is it more of the microtransaction thing? Like, things are like $10 and not like $100. It also probably appeals to a wider market. There's more people. A lot of people know what Star Trek is, but they're less likely to. There's that little bit of stigma still attached to it, where it's a nerdy thing. Whereas Monopoly is more of like a universal childhood memory kind of thing for a lot more people. You much have a lot wider of an audience there. So maybe there's something going on with that. So Evil Jimmy agrees that Marvel Strike Force got way too expensive to progress. Yeah. Yep. Completely understand that. So you want unstable, go back to EverQuest. Well, a lot of those multiplayer games there really couldn't hack it for sure. Between EverQuest or Star Wars Galaxies, even World of Warcraft in the beginning was pretty okay, but even then, even that game had some glitches and stuff in the very beginning. Galaxies had bugs all the time. Played Monopoly Go on the PS2 with the kids 10 plus years ago. Yeah, yeah, it appeals to a much wider demographic. You've got parents and kids and things like that, or people who remember kids or teenagers now, or young adults now who remember having those game nights with their families and really loved those memories and moments. Who will play Monopoly Go for that nostalgia factor, or making them like feel connected. Monopoly certainly does have a much wider demographic and a larger audience that it's going to appeal to than a Star Trek based game for sure. Maybe we'll check it out one night. Maybe I'll download it on BlueStacks here, and because it's a mobile game, right? It's not a PC game, so I'd have to put it on BlueStacks in order to check it out. Just for comparison's sake, we'll give her a whirl. But thank you guys for those of you who did answer her question. She's always curious. She's a very curious person. She's a curious kitty. And she always wonders about, like, well, is it this game that has these problems, or is it just the company in general, or is it the gaming industry in general that has these problems? Because she listens to me rant sometimes. I try not to. I try not to. I save that all for you guys. If I'm gonna get off on a rant, we're gonna do it on Twitch. Does my wife? No, no. She thought about it for about 5 minutes and then was just like, "Yeah, no, this game would be boring to me," and I can understand that for sure. She likes games that are very more intellectually stimulating. Like she'll do like word finds or uh, puzzle solve games or things like that. Yeah, those types of things. Yep. I mean, Candy Crush kind of has that. I mean, if you turn off the blinking thing, it gets really hard. The help button, the help option, where it tells you like, "Hey, here's a move that you can do." If you turn that off, the game gets a lot more challenging for sure. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. That one I have not heard of, Lightning Hawk, but I will pass that message along. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, I got to do Q's Trials. Yep, see, there we go. That's not bad though. I was like 15, 20, at least a good solid 20 minutes before we hit that first crash.